at Trevor Upholstery. I'm at the corner of Route 151 and 163 in Genoa, and I'm going to get a footstool upholstered by the owner, Terry. This is the footstool that I put together during several videos that are now on YouTube. What the upholsterer is doing right now is he's stuffing the corners with fiber fill. Depending on the curve that you hook at the corners, it may need more or less of that stuffing. It's important to keep that curve in there so you do have a rounded edge and not a pointed corner. Notice how he's pulling on the hooking. When you hook it, it needs to be a little bit on the short side so that they can pull it tight when they're doing the upholstery. This is another really good reason for getting a professional to do that. Their hands are used to that. They have the strength in their fingers that maybe you don't have. I know I don't. I'm not able to do that. He's also aligning the corner to make sure it lines up with the corner of the wood. Here he's smoothing the top while he's pulling on the other edge to get that edge to line up, starting in the center with a couple of staples. And then a few more. Notice how closely the staples are put together and how easily they go in. Again, another reason why you want the professionals to do that. You probably don't have the same equipment. Once one side is finished, he spins it around and repeats the procedure on the other sides. Now he's trimming the corners to get rid of that excess. That's where the feet of the footstool are going to sit, and you want that to be as nice and flush as possible to give that foot a nice place to sort of settle in. Notice that he's pulling the hooking up just so that the edge of the loops are right at sort of the corner of the wood. He's not pulling the loops over onto the back of the footstool, but just to the point just before it begins to turn. Before the dust cover goes on, and if you think about it, wouldn't it be interesting if 100 years from now someone is taking apart this footstool and finds a secret message inside? Maybe a small note explaining who you are and why you hooked this particular footstool, put in a Ziploc bag, and stapled to the inside of the footstool. What a wonderful treasure for someone to find later on. The excess backing is trimmed away from the corners, but only after it's been stapled down and it is secure. Now it's time for the dust cover. It's a simple piece of black thin fabric that is used just to make the bottom look nicer. Here you can see how he cut out for the actual feet of the footstool. A few staples along the edge will secure it to the bottom of the footstool. I noticed that he's feeling in the corners to see if there had been staples put around the area where the hole is for the feet. That's to prevent the feet from twisting the dust cover on the bottom. Here he's poking in holes using some kind of a sharp little tool. And from there, a couple more staples just to make sure that dust cover doesn't move. And then screw in the feet. The process that you just watched just sped up in a few points just to keep the video length down to a manageable size. But the entire process took less than 8 minutes. This is a simple job for an upholsterer. It is worth the time and money that it would take to get it done. Unless you've got a stapler with air fed that can get the staples all the way into that 2x4, it's better off to let the professionals handle this.